Yo, welcome back to the YouTube channel. This is kind of crazy. I haven't done this in a long ass time. So, welcome back. In today's episode, it's time to build again, as you can see. And I'm super excited to be back, actually. Like I said, I haven't done one of these episodes in a long time. And yeah, man, I'm just really excited to start building again. Really excited to kind of talk about what I've done, what the reasons why, I took time away from social media, the clarity I found while I was gone, what I'm currently building now and why it matters to me, um, new content direction and the mission going forward. Really excited to talk about all these things. Some of you may be wondering, who are you? My name's Ethan. I'm a marketing specialist for a home services company. I'm building a private networking group for content creators and my own consulting agency and sharing my wins and losses with the internet, and all for the main reasons of networking with cool people, educating the next group of entrepreneurs, and documenting my journey online. So, like I said, today's episode, it's time to build again. Let's get right into it. So, why I took time away from social media? I was burnt out a little bit. I was overthinking a lot about kind of what I wanted to do, what I wanted to accomplish. Um, the projects I wanted to work on, where I wanted to take the company, the business that I had. And there's sort of a lack of clarity and direction in my life. I'd probably say in the past 12 to 14 months, I've been quietly rebuilding, quietly putting things back together. And yeah, just super excited about this new format that I'm trying out. Just really want to document a lot of things and um, kind of just take it day by day. And, social media started really feeling like performative to me. I'm sure it does for a lot of people instead of purposeful, which is kind of like how I was using it for a long time, which was to just funnel people back over to the business and um, kind of build my personal brand that way, kind of in like the online business niche and industry. And still, I mean, I still pretty much feel like I'm breaking into it. And I feel like this time around, I kind of have a bit of an idea as to what I want to do, what I want to build. Also have some really good, marketing background now and some experience, I guess to say, to put into this whole thing. So, and it's just really cool. I feel like I was writing a lot, but I kind of wanted to try this format because there's just more scalability, I think, with the video and putting my face out there, my name out there, and yeah, sharing my projects with you guys. And I also needed space to, really think and realign and rebuild without the noise in my head. I was just trying to figure out what I wanted to accomplish in my life, and I didn't feel like I was around the right people to do it, and spent a lot of time alone. Quietly, like I said, rebuilding for myself and like what I wanted to build for the future. Um, and the clarity I found while I was gone was that I reconnected with why I started building things in the first place, which is um, I'm just really excited to build things with my own hands and like the things I have up here and the ideas I have, bring it to life, the brands I have in my head, and um, really just like online conversion mechanisms that can help me accomplish things I want to accomplish. I feel like I'm like kind of talking in like weird um, phrases, but you'll kind of see what I'm talking about here in a second. Also realize the value of documenting versus performing. I really don't want to put together well polished videos. I have like no issues doing that. Actually, I have some vlogs coming out later this year. Just like day in the life type of thing. I'm also going on a couple trips, and I kind of want to vlog those and kind of just show like the behind the scenes of my life and like my friends and family. Kind of want to bring them into this and just enjoy that process in general. But like with that being said, like I have no issues with the performative, you know, part of social media, putting things together that are really well documented and stuff like that. But I think for me, I just want to have like a very simple frame of mind, and I have to kind of like look at the landscape of YouTube. I think has really helped me kind of be more not performative on the platform. I really just want to document like the projects I'm working on and my growth in general in my career in marketing and online business and stuff like that. So I really want to lean towards that because then I can pump out more content and also share like the things I'm working on, what's not working, what is working. Um, because I do have a lot of things that's going on in my life, and in my career in general. So I want to share those with you guys. Um, the things I want to share, anyways. And then I also identify what actually moves the needle in my business. So I'm putting towards more effort towards that, more so than like social media in general, per se. Even though an argument could be made for this being part of what moves the needle forward in my business, and that's not for me to decide right now, anyways. So what I'm building right now currently and why it matters. So I'm building the Founders Lounge, which is just this new thing I've been working on this whole summer, which is basically just a private networking group for creators and who want to turn their content into real businesses. It's focused more on support, strategy, and like a shared momentum. I feel like that's when I talk to a lot of people who are wanting to start creating content, I feel like that's the number one thing that they run across is that like they don't have friends who want to create content. I think like back in the day, people used to move out to Los Angeles, to New York, um, some parts of Florida, some parts of Texas. Like Houston is a huge hub for content creators. I have a hub here, which is like an hour away from where I live in Kansas City. That's kind of like influencer slash content creator heavy, but I do think that for the most part, the biggest thing that I've found is that people don't have friends who they can create content with. And a lot of the networking is kind of done through DMs and just working and collaborating with people that way, or even just like emails that's like out there for people to find. But I wanted to have like a centralized place where people can, well, content creators can come in and share what's working for them, what's not working for them, especially. And for some, it's like, oh, I don't want to share like what I'm learning, but at the same time, I feel like it doesn't really matter because a lot of us aren't in the same industry. I have people who are like streamers who are wanting to join. I have people who are creating like mom content who are wanting to join. I have people who are some of our friends in the digital agency world, like they're wanting to join because they want to create content around their agency. So there's like, and obviously I have like fitness people who are wanting to join as well. And I feel like there's so many different avenues that we're all coming in from. And if there was just like a centralized place where we can all connect, support and share strategies, I feel like that's such a cool thing. So that's live now. You can like check. I'll actually link it down below. You guys can check that out if you want to. And from there, Six Rings Media is my ad agency I've had since college. I used to just help like realtors and mortgage loan officers and a couple like D2C e-com brands here and there, but I wasn't really like interested in that space. Um, but I want to take everything I learned in the 2 or 3 years that I was running that in college to kind of like the real oh my god, bro, the real world aspect of like going into like info coaching products, info products, content creators, and like all that they do on there, on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, stuff like that. Kind of wanted to take everything I've learned from like landing pages, creating offers, systems, um, and helping content creators with that. So that's what I'm building the agency around this time. Um, lessons I've learned running over $1.4 million in ad spend. Like that's such a like a weird way to show my experience, but that's also from the fact that like I'm my day job is a marketing specialist at a home services company, and we run ads and we also do like SEO stuff. So I'm learning a lot from that, and I want to take the things I'm learning there into like content creator world land. Um, and then this is just kind of like a side hobby, but this also ties in everything together. But my personal brand, becoming that bridge between the creator economy and like real entrepreneurship, and just telling the real story in general. Like I'm not here to fake like a Lambo or anything like that. I'm literally, I feel like I'm starting from day zero again, because I just haven't been consistent with being a content creator. And like the Founders Lounge podcast, I started this maybe 2022, I believe, was the first episode I ever had. And I'm just now cracking episode 14, which is just like awful to think about because I really should have been pumping this out like week by week, month by month. And at the rate that I thought I was gonna go, I'm at like episode 110, something like that. But life just got in the way. I did learn some stuff from a failing agency that I ran like 2 years ago, and I do want to talk about that in another episode. But I definitely have a lot more structure now, especially since I got a full time job. I also just learned a lot from losing the agency. I learned a lot from losing business contracts and stuff like that. And so I want to talk about that in another episode. But those are the things I'm working on now. I have a mission, like a real mission, as to why I'm doing this, and I'm not just like doing it for money because like the job takes care of the bills. So I just want to be able to share the things I'm learning while I'm building these three things, and yeah, this is kind of like my hobby. Um, this really should say new content direction slash distribution. I don't think there's supposed to be a space here actually. So, new content direction slash distribution. So, I basically just want to document the daily behind the scenes of building everything. I signed up for GHL for the first time. I've always been a ClickFunnels kind of guy, and that's kind of like my background. But I signed up for GHL because there was a crazy summer deal that they had. So I signed up for it. It was like $50 for 3 months. So I signed up for that. And I've been playing around with it. It's been really good. It's definitely not intuitive as ClickFunnels, but I do think that it has a bunch of tools that ClickFunnels doesn't have. So that's why I went with that option. Also, just wanted to try it. ClickFunnels is pretty cut, clear, and dry for what it is. Just basically building funnels and optimizing it, and they have really good templates, which I didn't have in GHL. For those of you guys who don't know, GHL is just go high level. It's a competitor. I would say it's a competitor of ClickFunnels. As I'm running funnels on there, landing pages on there, I want to share those. The first one I launched, I also worked on a workflow that goes with it, and I'll probably walk you guys through that at some point. So I don't know when I'll do that. Marketing insights, things that I'm learning from the day job. I'm learning a lot at a really fast rate. Like this whole year, I've grown so much in terms of a marketer, whether it's traditional marketing or online marketing. Like I've learned so much, mostly in the realm of like retention marketing. So I do want to talk a lot about that as well. That'll probably be another episode. Monetization plays. I kind of just want to track the growth of the businesses. So the founders lounge and the agency, they all kind of like blend in together. So I'll probably be really honest about how much I'm making on there. Obviously not like um, all the way down to like net profit, but like revenue at least. Just talk about that. The different clients that I'm working with. I want to touch on that as well. Um, so actually, it's weird because it's really not an ad agency. I'll just do like consulting too. That's kind of like what I'm offering now, anyways. But I'll talk about that. Wins and losses in real time. This is, I feel like for me, this is just going to help me kind of like not internalize like my career because a lot of my career is up here, and I've had a lot of wins and losses in the past, like I said, like 12 to 14 months, and I want to start sharing those just because I feel like it's it would just be cool for me to see like over time throughout the years, um, like how much I've grown. Do less polished work, more honesty in the work, inspired by creators like Ryan Clog. Ryan, if you're watching this, um, I love the format that you had. Obviously, I'm not taking on a bigger project like you are, with Warrior Babe or Warrior Boss, whatever it's called. But I am learning a lot from your content. So if you're watching this, bro, thanks. Um, I love your format. Gonna take the format, plug it into my document, don't create platform with the Founders Lounge, this podcast style thing that I was trying to do like 2 years ago, 3 years ago. And yeah, man, I love the format. I'm just running with it. I think that it's going to help me out a lot and be more consistent with content creation too. So really appreciate that. I'm going to try not to edit this as much as you don't edit yours, but I'd like to edit my stuff. And I don't know, I just like it to be faster paced. And so, yeah. If you guys don't know who Ryan Clog is, look him up on YouTube. Really good stuff. Info info products, coaching businesses online, just any online business in general. I think he has some good stuff for you. Check him out. Um, the mission going forward. So basically, I want to build in public so others feel less alone in the process. There's a lot of people who are building in public, mostly in like Twitter, um, or X, I should say. If you're on X, you should follow me. Um, I talk a lot on there too about what I'm building. This is more, I want to get my face out there and also like the things I'm building and my voice. And I want to help creators become founders and founders become creators. I think that I really believe a lot in the creator economy. I've made videos about this before. I probably should make more videos about it, but it's something that I truly, truly believe is like the future of, in a world full of AI, in a world where people are starting to feel the commoditized sense of like the knowledge industry. Like if you're a knowledge worker, I kind of relate back to how people who worked in like factories back in the day when they started bringing out like the machines and stuff, and people were just telling them, oh, you should work harder or find another job. I feel like the same thing has happened to like the knowledge industry. Knowledge workers are starting to come across like AI that's like replacing them. This isn't like breaking news, but I just want to share my perspective on that at some point, because I do feel like we're coming into that age of like people coming to us, or people are looking at like the knowledge workers and saying things like, oh, either get better at your job, become irreplaceable, or find another job. That's just a harsh truth, with the world that we're going into. And I do feel like the creator economy is one of those worlds where people are going to like go into, because for one, it's just lucrative. For two, it's a really fun business model once if you do it like correctly. Um, three, it makes you, I think, somewhat irreplaceable in some ways, in within the industry, because you can't really use AI to like replicate who you are. Not for like the long run, anyways. Like, sure, you can make like little clips here and there, or like little videos or pictures of you, like in AI form, that copies the way you talk, the way you describe things, the way you see the world. Sure, you can probably do that at some point, but in the long run, I think building a collection of like content that's real and profound and authentic to who you are, I think is one of the best ways to combat the AI revolution or whatever it's called. Um, so I want to pivot my agency towards that, and I want to help the creator economy, and yeah, I want to make money that way too. And lastly, I just want to show the actual journey. I have things that I believe in now that is molding like my decision making skills, and just the businesses I want to make in general. I will share that at some point, but not right now. Um, I think I have a steady why, and I think that's going to help me make better decisions towards what I want to build, be more patient with what I want to build, pursue it slower, and be okay with that. Um, wow, this is like actually really, really like therapeutic, like talking to a camera. But yeah, I mean, I just want to go slower with the things I want to pursue actually in life, and content and building a personal brand and building a business around it. It's going to take some time. I'm trying to be patient with that, but I think doing this on a not a day to day, but I'm not like Ryan. I'm not going to do this every day. I'm gonna do this as much as I can, but definitely want to show the actual journey and document everything, and really just show you guys what I've been working on. And if you guys have any input and stuff like that, you guys can DM me. You guys know where to find me. Subscribe to this YouTube channel, and yeah, really hope to see you guys again soon. I want to keep doing this, be more consistent, but this format is really dope, and so I want to keep going.